Hey there, gang. Time for another comic book unboxing. As always, I have no idea what is in this box. I do not peek until you're here to take a look with me. So if you like comic books, stick around. We're going to have some fun. Hey there, Bobby. Welcome to Shang Hollow. My name is Duke. This is a comic book unboxing video, and today we have Harry Potter helping us out. And Harry here, though, this is something I found at the shop, kind of in a bin of loose toys. And he looks to me like he's missing a wand. He looks like he should be gripping a wand. Either that, or or he wants to have a death grip on a wand of a different kind, maybe. He's about that age. So, sorry, I didn't mean to get disgusting there on you. I am surprised we've never had more, or even really any Harry Potter comic books. But maybe we have actually with the Books of Magic, that series. That's kind of effectively Harry Potter, and it came first. So there. So anyway, we'll have Harry here helping us to take a look at what we have inside this box. As you know, I am grading these books for sale on eBay. The username or seller name is dotcomcomics. These books will be probably up on eBay within a week or two of when you see this video. Not when you see it, but when I post it. Because YouTube is forever, this will be up for a long, long time. But anyway, please do like, share, subscribe, do all the groovy things. I'll mention, if you didn't see the recent video, we have hit the subscriber goal of 247. We hit that a bit ago. So that Silver Age Smallville PVC set that I was giving away, that's we're going to draw a name for that soon. And we'll ship that on its way. The next goal is 531 subscribers. So the rate I'm going, it'll take me about a year to get there. So I haven't picked out a prize yet. We'll come up with something. But if you want to have a chance to win that, normally I say be a subscriber and leave a comment. But right now I'll say just share this video. Share it around. Leave a comment, which will help out with the algorithm so that the AI will share it around. But otherwise, let all your comic book friends know that I exist. Let them decide for themselves if that means anything to them. But anyway, let's get to it. Here we go. So, Ghost Rider 27 with the Manticore. That is some freaky ass. I've never seen another book with a Manticore in it, and maybe we can kind of figure out why. Ghost Rider 29. It's a nice shape. That's a nice looking book. Is that another 29 behind it? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Oh, well, I could have just flipped it over, couldn't I? I love this guy. The Eye, the Orb, whatever you want to call him. He featured fairly big into a recent, what was that event? The one that saw Nick Fury become the new Watcher. He factored into the first part of that, I believe. Can't even remember what that was. It's a problem. All these friggin' events, they're too big, and they come too often. And I'm completely checked out on events as far as new books go. Here's number 30, 31, 32. Power Man and Iron Fist. So this is the first official issue where they team up. Although officially in the indicia, the book is still called Power Man. The title doesn't actually change anywhere but on the cover until number 66. Here's 176 of Spider-Man. Are we going to get a whole slew of Spider-Man? Yeah, we've been looking at these Bronze Age, Copper Age Spider-Mans for quite a bit in recent issues, so I'll just kind of buzz through these. You've seen these, I've seen these. I can't think of anything to say that I haven't said already, but you can certainly hit me to anything you know in the comments below. Give me something to say in future videos anyway. Because we do love Spider-Man, and Spider-Man sells well. Amazing Spider-Man, at least. And so we see a lot of, here's some John Byrne Hulk. And this is an annual, number 12. Avengers with Nefaria, 166, 168. God, I'm getting sick of looking at this issue. Luckily, we only have one of them in this box, or at least so far, just one. I shouldn't say that, but I mean, it's the truth. This one is the, we try and sell it as a single. I don't think it's really worth selling as a single. I don't think this is going to hit $10 even in high grade. But this is the first appearance of this Spider-Woman, who was only a thing for like a hot second. But anyway, we'll see how it does. Raphael, number 1. Are you a Turtle fan? Kevin Eastman, you may know, is from here in Maine. And actually, I've told this before in previous videos, but if you're new, you might not have heard this. Well, if you're new, you haven't heard it. You've been around a while, you might not have heard it. If you saw the one video where I said it, well, then maybe you heard it. But as I mentioned in a past video, Kevin Eastman's uncle was a school superintendent in the Oxford Hills area of Maine. And for about 15 years, I was a newspaper reporter working on local weekly papers, covered a lot of select boards, a lot of planning boards, a lot of school boards. And I covered Kevin Eastman's uncle for a good 5 years before I made the connection. And I didn't make the connection until he told me. I don't know why I was talking about comic books or something. I had mentioned it in some after-meeting interview, and we were chit-chatting. And he mentioned he was Kevin Eastman's uncle. So anyway, here's Spider-Man 2099. Hurrah, hurrah. Aliens number 2. Why is 2 in here all by itself? Is 2 a key of some kind? Not any kind of pricing variant or anything, is it? That's weird. Huh. Watchman number 1. Joker number 1. And I don't know about you, the new Joker series, I got the first issue. I have pre-ordered the second issue. And by golly, I am dropping that at number 3 because even at 40 pages, it hurt like hell to pay $5 for a 40-page comic book, but there's no way in hell I'm paying $6. So Daniel Cherry III, you are single-handedly doing what even Dan DiDio himself could not do. You think, apparently, that DC stands for Destroy Comics and that is your mission. Because that is exactly what you're doing there, Bubba. Sorry, that was a little segue, a little rant into new comic book territory. Hey, the Inhumanoids. See how I switched gears there just like that? Turn it on, turn it off. So the Inhumanoids, if you're younger than I am, you probably know, was this based on some kind of TV show or something? Or a toy property? Probably a toy property, I would bet. Just based on their suits. But the short-lived star line, there's Inhumanoids number 1. Let's keep on trucking, shall we? Legends number 1. And here's another turtle book, Gobbledygook. Is there another one in there? No, that's just a thick. Grimjack, nice. No, wait, that's not number 1. It's number 26. Why is 26 in here? What is the key about 26? It's got to be a key, because Grimjack, even number 1, is like a dollar bin thing. Great series, but I mean, it only really sells in the dollar bin, and even then, it doesn't. What is the key? Is the bar at the end of the universe? Is that in 26? I'll have to look it up. Albedo, anthropomorphic action. Well, I can't say that I know much about Albedo. Albedo. What is that? There's a sex joke in there somewhere. No, that's your libido. Oh, albedo libido. So what is albedo? Is that even a word? I don't know. This is a popular book. This is like the Star Wars Christmas special of Star Wars comic books. Droids, #1. Very cartoony. And, you know, surprisingly, when we've sold this before, it hasn't done all that well. I think it went for $5 or $6 or $7 at most. So, first part of the year 2 story with the art by Alan Davis. And that would switch to Todd McFarlane with part 2. This is a Punisher limited series, not very good shape. Volume 2, #1 of the Punisher. Is this a separate bag, or are those both in the same bag? Separate bag. Jean Grey Lives, FF 286. There's another Watchman #1. Mask #1. Did you play with Mask toys when you were a kid? I did not. My big toy line as a kid was Micronauts, and then the Mego action figures. But Mask came along after I was getting into my teens. Well, 85 actually. I would have been December 85. I would have been a senior in high school. So wasn't playing with many Mask toys at that point. I had, let's just say, other toys to play with. There was a brief shining moment when the ladies actually found me attractive. That was 120 pounds ago. X Factor #5. That was the first Apocalypse in a cameo. Thing 36. Is this the first? See, this chick's name is Ms. Marvel, and like the short-lived Spider-Woman, this was a very short-lived version of Ms. Marvel. And I don't know if that's her first appearance, if that's why that's in this box. I'd be surprised if it goes for $10 though, which is usually the threshold for selling something as a single rather than sticking it into a multi-book lot. Wolverine #1. That's a always popular book. That's a perennial. Daredevil #16. With Spidey. There's the first Frank Miller issue of Daredevil. We've got some Tales to Astonish, #90. Doctor Strange #1. Dead Jason Todd. I'm going to have to start thinking of something different. Oh, I see. Is that on the book or is it on the bag? I think it's on the bag. I'm going to have to start thinking about something to do differently for these unboxing videos. Either that or I'm going to have to actually peek inside, because the last few boxes we've been seeing a lot of the same stuff over and over. And I don't know how exciting that is for you. Now, you know, if people are dropping in and dropping out, well, there's something we actually change gears. There's something we haven't seen in a while. And Avengers #6. First, Zemo and his Masters of Evil. So that's kind of cool. But I don't know how exciting it is for you to keep seeing the same books over and over. I'm sure you're not coming just for my sparkling commentary. There's something written here. I don't know if that's a name or not. Spider-Man 30. A Last Journey into Mystery. And again, those are on the bag. But I'll have to come up with something different to do for future videos, because I feel like this might be starting to get stale as we continue to see the same books over and over. Although I started this channel last June, July, August. So, and we got this far before I began to wonder. Defenders #4. The first Valkyrie, which is technically the second Valkyrie. I've explained that in past videos. Archie's Madhouse. What issue number is this? I'll have to look it up. And this was kind of a Archie playing with horror characters and space aliens and stuff for the first several issues. Well, here is, so this, somebody has put a bunch of Walt Disney comics inside the bag that holds comic bags. See, that's what that is. Comic covers. Golden Age. But somebody thought, well, hell, why do one bag per book when I can do a bunch of books in that outer wrapper? So this is a 4-color, number 181, Mickey Mouse in Jungle Magic. Here's a fairly early Walt Disney's Comics and Stories. So just as I was saying, while we're seeing the same stuff over and over and over again, aren't you getting sick of it? we see some stuff we haven't seen in a while. Yeah, this is cool. Pretty good shape on this book from 1947. That might be a 4.5. Might even be a 5. It's pretty cool. 1948. This is number 95 or volume 8, number 11. Dealer's choice on that. This is a fairly popular 4-color, 157, Mickey Mouse and the Beanstalk. That's cool. Got some heavy foxing. Or actually, that might actually just, that's gone past foxing and it's into actual mildew. But 1944, Walt Disney's Comics and Stories number 43. Back up to 47, and this one's in nice shape. And number, I can't read that, 65. That's funny. The irony here that number 65 is also volume 6, number 5. What are the odds? Could they have planned? Well, are you a mathematician? Do you know? Is that like not as impressive as I think it is? Anyway, 1946. So Thumper's being a little dink, though, isn't he? Huh. Yeah, we've got some more Disney books coming up here. Oh, look at that. We've got some ass comedy. That's how I feel, Donald, about the scatological humor. This is number 72, if I'm reading that right. 1946. 1945, February, so World War II is still in action. Heavy rust on these staples, though. But Ducka You Hedda, Lola Brigida. That's actually from a Bugs Bunny cartoon. I am mixing my comical metaphors. 1943, that's the early, is that the earliest one? Yeah, 44 we saw earlier. So this is number 39. Wow. And this is during the rationing era because this is made with just one staple. 1946. An infinity cover. Those were popular for a while there. Overstreet was like listing every infinity cover it could find. That is one mad cock. Nobody wants to see an angry cock. So this is 1942. This is the earliest one we've seen yet. It's a little rough. I can't make out what the issue number is, but it's volume 2, number 7. 1943, this is number 34. Huh. Ralph. Oh, frig you, Ralph. I remember Ralph. We had some Golden Age books in a couple of videos back. We had some Golden Age comics. These obviously come from that same Ralph collection. Although Ralph this time got created. And, well, that's a 6, I guess, not an S. But I was going to say it says Ralph's, but nope. So as old Ralph, 1942. This is number 27. Number 24. This is some early stuff. I've never seen Disney comic and stories this old before. Not in anything other than pictures. So it's kind of a treat for me. So that's funny. Just as I was saying that, this is getting stale. Do you want to try and, there's Ralph again, trying to do something different for these videos. We come into something that was pretty exciting. For me, maybe you're not into Disney stuff, but I think these are cool. I like the weird, the wacky, the different. Although, I mean, there's nothing weird, wacky, and different about Walt Disney's comics and stories and Donald Duck, apart from, this one's actually in pretty nice shape. This is number 59 from 1945, August. So we're still on both fronts, fighting on both fronts. The hell was I saying? I lost track. I have no idea. Oh yeah, so you may not be into Disney, and it's only weird and wacky in the sense that today everything's the same. DC Comics, 46% of their monthly output is Batman, and Marvel, near to 50% is X-Men. Just seeing some of this other stuff is just cool. Cool to me. Hopefully cool to you. So these are some plastic dividers. These never work out well for me because they always get crushed by the box tops. Moon Knight. So what do you think the next book is? Moon Knight. What do you want to bet? Or is this just some random divider somebody threw in here? Yep, random divider. There's the hell's their name? I'm having a brain lock. The Imperial Guard. X-Men 107. X-Men 106. Now we're right back into seeing the same kind of stuff again. There's 105. 103. I forget this guy's name. That's Juggernaut, but what's his name? Blackjack Chirac or something like that. Hey, we're back to Ghost Rider. This started with Ghost Rider, and this actually, was it 20? No, it was 24, I think. Yeah, 24. So anyway, there's 23, there's 22, and this one, number 24, this was my first Ghost Rider. Now, a lot of these, when I say my first this, my first that as a kid, I have been collecting comics as long as I can remember. I can't remember a time when comic books were not a part of my life, but it's probably around 7 or 8 years old that I started making my own purchasing decisions with my $2 weekly allowance, which was a big deal because that would buy, it would buy 6 comic books with money left over for candy. You could still get a decent amount of candy for 20 cents back then, and there was no tax. Really only until about 5 years ago, there was no tax on periodicals in Maine. So comic books were tax-free. But so when I say my first, I'm sort of referring to the first one I vividly remember, and I vividly remember it because I picked it out. I chose to buy that one. It wasn't something that was given to me. So I may well have had earlier. I don't think I had any earlier issues of Ghost Rider. I don't think Ghost Rider is something my grandmother would have bought for me. But anyway, that was the first one I bought for myself. There's Dr. Druid. Dr. Druid, if I lost about 90 pounds, that's probably the one MCU character I could play. If I should get discovered down at Moody's Diner, sitting at the counter, eating some blueberry pie and a bottle of Moxie. Because that's pretty much what I look like if I were to show my face on camera. So I could play Dr. Druid, again, but I'd have to lose about 90 pounds. Eternals. There's a whole lot of Osiris action going on there. Here's the annual. 15, Fighting Hulk. 16. And again, until not that long ago, the Eternals was that was dollar bin material. But it's hot now. It's hot now, and this, my friends, this is the last stack. Tomb of Dracula 53, Blade 55 with the epileptic seizure cover and the Bruce Almighty Moon. 54. I don't know why this one's trying to look like Classics Illustrated, but it's 56. 57. 58, Blade. 59. I didn't buy many Tomb of Dracula books as a kid. It's a series I'm trying to put together now, but it's a hard one to put together because to get them in decent grade, they get out of my price range pretty quick. I haven't won an auction for any Tomb of Dracs in a while. 215, 214, 213, 211, 212, Red Skull. It's Red Skull, excuse me, I said scroll. It could be, we don't know. 209. There's 210. 207. 208. Black Panther number 4. Black Panther number 6. These books do really well. Number 3. And there's the last book in this box, Black Panther number 2. So what did you think, Harry? Was that fun? Did you enjoy that? Thank you for helping us unbox those comics. So I've got one more box here to go. We've been doing a series of videos here at the office. I got one more to go. Then I need to get to work on some grading. I've been here all day as it is, working on mystery sets and other things. But anyway, until that next video, goodbye, good luck, and please be good to each other. Alakazam.